Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Hall's Storytime. We're continuing to read Horrid Henry, and today we're going to end up finishing the book and have a new one on Tuesday. So just to recap, Henry thought that he was going camping, and he thought that he was going to end up in somewhere looking like this. However, he soon realised what a real campsite was, and it was not quite so comfortable as he presumed. There were 3 small tents flapping in the wind. There was a single tap. There was a few trees. There was nothing else. "It's wonderful," said Mum. "It's wonderful," said Peter. "But where's the TV?" said Henry. "No TV here, thank goodness," said Mum. "We've got books." "But where are the beds?" said Henry. "No beds here, thank goodness," said Dad. "We've got sleeping bags." "But where's the pool?" said Henry. "No pool," said Dad. "We'll swim in the river." There you go, looking as happy as ever. "Where's the toilet?" said Peter. Dad pointed at a distant cubicle. 3 people stood waiting. Yes, that's their toilet for now as well. "All the way over there," said Peter. "I'm not complaining," he added quickly. Mum and Dad unpacked the car. Henry stood and scowled. "Who wants to help put up the tent?" asked Mum. "I do," said Dad. "I do," said Peter. Henry was horrified. "We have to put up our own tent." "Of course," said Mum. "I don't like it here," said Henry. "I want to go camping in the other place." "But that's not camping," said Dad. "Those tents have beds in them, and loos, and showers, and fridges, and cookers, and TVs. Horrible," Dad shuddered. "Horrible," said Peter. "And we have such a lovely snug tent here," said Mum. "Nothing modern, just wooden pegs and poles." "Well, I want to stay there," said Henry. "We're staying here," said Dad. "No!" screamed Henry. "Yes!" shouted Dad. I'm sorry to say that Henry then had the longest, loudest, noisiest, shrillest, most horrible tantrum you can ever imagine. Did you think that a horrid boy like Henry would like nothing better than sleeping on the hard rocky ground in a soggy sleeping bag without a pillow? You thought wrong. Henry liked comfy beds. Henry liked crisp sheets. Henry liked hot baths. Henry liked microwave dinners, TV and noise. He didn't like cold showers, fresh air and quiet. Far off in the distance, the sweet sound of loud music drifted towards them. "Aren't you glad we're not staying in that awful noisy place?" said Dad. "Oh yes," said Mum. "Oh yes," said Peter. "Perfect, Peter." Henry pretended he was a bulldozer. Come to knock down tents and squash campers. "Henry, don't barge the tent," yelled Dad. Henry pretended he was a hungry Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Ow!" shrieked Peter. "Henry, don't be horrid," yelled Mum. She looked up at the dark, cloudy sky. "It's going to rain," said Mum. "Don't worry," said Dad. "It never rains when I'm camping." "The boys and I will go and collect some more firewood," said Mum. Yeah, she just felt a drop of rain whilst controlling Henry, gripping him by the collar. "I'm not moving," said horrid Henry. While Dad made a campfire, Henry played his boombox as loud as he could, stomping in time to the terrible music of the Killer Boy Rats. "Henry, turn that noise down this minute," said Dad. Henry pretended not to hear. "Henry," yelled Dad, "turn that down." There you go, with his boombox blaring out. Now they're in the tent. Doesn't look too good. Henry turned the volume down the teeniest, tiniest fraction. The terrible sounds of the killer. boy rats continued to boom over the quietest campsite. Campers emerged from their tents and shook their fists. Dad switched off Henry's tape player. "Anything wrong, Dad?" asked Henry in his sweetest voice. "Nah," said Dad. Mum and Peter returned carrying armfuls of firewood. It started to drizzle. "This is fun," said Mum, slapping a mosquito. "Isn't it?" said Dad. He was heating up some tins of baked beans. The drizzle turned into a downpour. The wind blew. The campfire hissed and went out. "Never mind," said Dad brightly. "We'll eat our baked beans cold." Mum was snoring. Dad was snoring. Peter was snoring. Henry tossed and turned, but whichever way he turned in his damp sleeping bag, he seemed to be lying on sharp, pointy stones. Above him, mosquitoes whined. "I'll never get to sleep," he thought, kicking Peter. "How am I going to bear this for 14 days? How many weeks are in 14 days? Well done, 2. Around 4 o'clock on day 5, the family huddled inside the cold, damp, smelly tent, listening to the howling wind and the pouring rain. "Time for a walk," said Dad. "Great idea," said Mum, sneezing. "I'll get the boots." "Great idea," said Peter, sneezing. "I'll get the Macs." "But it's pouring outside," said Henry. "So?" said Dad. "What better time to go for a walk?" "I'm not coming," said horrid Henry. "I am," said perfect Peter. "I don't mind rain." Dad poked his head outside the tent. "The rain has stopped. I'll remake the fire." "I'm not coming," said Henry. "We need more firewood," said Dad. "Henry, can you stay here and collect some and make sure it's dry?" Henry poked his head outside the tent. The rain had stopped, but the sky was still cloudy. The fire spat. "I won't go," thought Henry. "The forest will be all muddy and wet." He looked round to see if there was any wood close to home. That was when he saw the thick, dry wooden pegs holding up all the tents. "Oh no, Henry. What's going to happen if he takes the pegs?" Henry looked to the left. Henry looked to the right. No one was around. "If I just take a few pegs from each tent," he thought, "they'll never be missed." When Mum and Dad came back, they were delighted. "What a lovely roaring fire," said Mum. Clever you to find some dry wood," said Dad. And the wind blew. There he is with all the wooden pegs that he's stolen from the tents. Henry dreamed he was floating in a cold river. Floating, floating, floating. He woke up. He shook his head. He was floating. The tent was filled with cold, muddy water. Then the tent collapsed on top of them. Henry, Peter, Mum and Dad stood outside in the rain and stared at the river of water gushing through their collapsed tent. You can see it there. All around them, soaking wet campers were staring at their collapsed tents. Peter sneezed. "Achoo!" Mum sneezed. "Achoo!" Dad sneezed. "Achoo!" Henry coughed. Choked, spluttered and sneezed. "I don't understand it," said Dad. "This tent never collapses." "What are we going to do?" said Mum. "I know," said Henry. "I've got a very good idea." 2 hours later, Mum, Dad, Henry and Peter were sitting on a sofa bed inside a tent as big as a house, eating crisps, watching TV. The sun was shining, the sky was blue. "Now this is what I call a holiday," said Henry. And there you go, he got his own way in the end. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed Horrid Henry. I will be back tomorrow for something different, which you'll find out tomorrow. Cool. Well, have a lovely day. Enjoy your Monday. And I'll see you again on Tuesday.